Care and Fergus Falls Monument Company. Now, here's Mary Dolan and Dave Bishop.
Love it when you're returning an email and the intro goes and you don't have it streaming, you don't have it audioed up. Mary, it's a lot of buttons.
It's a Monday.
It's a Monday.
Well, I'm just sitting here having breakfast of champions.
I gotta flip the leaf.
Yeah, goldfish.
Goldfish.
Yeah, this is everyone said, no, that's not a bad breakfast. And they're baked and not fried, for heaven's sakes.
I always look at it this way.
I love those.
They got the creepiest little tagline, the snack that smiles back.
I know, that is kind of creepy. So you got to worry about them smiling at you when you're biting into them.
What if they're frowning as you chomp their head off?
Yeah, I don't know. But I do like them.
They're tasty.
I wouldn't say this is the best breakfast.
I remember our youngest, Adam, was a huge goldfish person and absolutely loved those. We always had to have those on hand when he was little.
And parents always bring those to church for snacks. And what I see is more parents eating them than the kids.
Yeah, because they're tasty.
I just love them.
The snack that smiles back. Goldfish.
I'm in the let's clean out the fridge and let's clean out the pantry at the lake because our days are numbered there. And so there's not a lot to choose from.
Oh, I thought you got that in our break room because we got like 2 boxes of those. Oh, okay.
I did. So that being said, I don't have anything to eat at the lake basically because I cleaned out the fridge and
okay. I thought
really
you were talking
not
about,
very much left. So
I thought you brought that from the lake.
No. So this is the reason for cheddar goldfish for breakfast here today.
Just hope you don't get any in your fingers and then on that nice white sweater.
I know. You know what? I should never buy anything that is cream colored or white because I'm notorious for usually coffee, but everyone knows my favorite Fellow mug doesn't, it's not one of those that leaks in between, you know, when you put a top on your coffee and then you take a drink and it leaks out in between.
Oh, I hate that.
That used to happen to me all the time. That's why this is a great mug because that doesn't happen.
I always keep forgetting if it's Fellow or Brother.
Yeah, Fellow. Yeah, so, but I'm a spiller. That's just, my motto is never wear anything or never drink anything that doesn't match what I'm wearing.
Gotta be drinking milk today.
So, so I should be drinking apple juice or something, but instead I'm drinking a very, very dark roast coffee. Oh, my goodness. Well, did you attend a No Kings rally over the weekend?
No.
No, me neither. I did. I went over to Rush Lake to visit some friends, and on my way back, no, I was on my way to there. There was a corner in Perham where they had, I would say, and this was about 8:45 in the morning, and they had about 20 people, maybe.
Okay.
20, something like that. Not very many.
I know the one in Fergus is usually.
I went back. When I was on my way home, which was about 1 o'clock, then they had completely disbanded. So,
I have no idea what the turnout was for Fergus. Usually, there's probably about 100 people.
Really?
Well, during the organized ones, I mean, you got the weekend warriors who are bored and got nothing.
The weekend ones, there's always about 12.
Well, 12 would be generous. But no, on the organized ones, usually they fill both sides of the street over by the bridge.
Okay, all right.
But I didn't see it.
I don't know either.
It's always a coin flip which way I go because I did work Saturday morning. So.
Okay. Well, there were a lot of really funny memes online over the weekend about that. I also read a story of a guy, and I'm paraphrasing here, and I don't remember where he was, but it was a bigger city, and he was pictured in front of two buses, and they bussed people in for the rally. So I don't know. In my head, that's kind of cheating, but whatever. Kind of reminds me of when Kamala Harris had some of those rallies. They bussed people in, so it looked like she had a crowd. But anyway, I don't get it. And if we look back at other, not even necessarily just presidents, but governors, you mentioned the Minnesota governor. I mean, he acted like a king during COVID. He told us
that's always been my argument.
We couldn't go to school. We couldn't go to church. We couldn't.
If you see, people in the driveway, call the special number.
Yeah. I mean, so really, honestly, if that's your guy, how different?
Yeah, it's like if you weren't protesting that, you can't go out and protest Trump.
And you know what? Well, and Trump
is times worse.
And Trump is not telling us what we can and cannot do. The things that he's doing is things that should have been done a long time ago, things that should never have had to happen, like getting rid of a whole bunch of illegals. Because if we'd been taking care of our country a number of years ago, we wouldn't have to do that. We wouldn't have that problem. So this whole no kings thing, I don't even get it.
And the funny thing is, so they've got like the dumbest phrasing for it, no King's Day. We've got a no King's Day. It's called the 4th of July, where we flat out said we are not going to worship.
I tell you what, here's the deal. If you are free enough to stand out on the street corner and hold a sign and scream and yell, you don't have a king. You're free. Yeah. You've got freedom. That's what you've got. So anyway, of course, President Trump took a little too far, and he did some things, and had some posts over the weekend.
Somebody's got to take social media away from him.
Oh, my goodness. I couldn't agree more.
We don't need a no Kings protest. We need a no Trump on social media protest.
Yeah, I think
and I'd be behind that.
I absolutely would, too. Here's another thing that I have read a lot about over the last, weekend, not so much weekend, but the last week or so, and I know it's been going on for a while, but these congressmen, and I never know what to believe when you're reading stuff online. I never know what to believe. But there are a number of different congressmen and women who are trying to, get rules and regulations with regard to who can run to be a congressman or a congresswoman, who can run to be president. And if you weren't born in this country, sorry,
you can't
be on the ballot. And that should have always been the deal.
You can't be on the ballot for president or vice president, but you can run for Congress.
Okay, but
and you can be governor.
Should we do that? I mean, you watch. Do you see what's happening in the UK? My goodness.
Yeah.
They've just, it's a whole different place. It's a far bigger Muslim population than anybody else in the UK. And that's because people have filtered in, and, they've come in from other countries, and they're setting up shop, and they're going to be there, and they want it to be theirs. And they want their laws and the way that they're used to doing business, if you will.
Yeah, if you move to a different country, you got to assimilate into it.
Boy, not here you don't. You get to do whatever you want. And I don't know if, there was just a lot of stuff in the news over the weekend that just made me scratch my head. And, and...
It's kind of funny because I was unplugged over the weekend.
I think that's, and me, typically on the weekends, I am a little bit on the unplugged version. And I don't really see anything till Monday morning, but somehow I read some things that were just really, I think, depressing over the weekend. But anyway, here's another thing that the president did, which I don't really understand. Tell me what you think. President Trump commuted the prison sentence of former Republican Congressman George Santos. Remember what a knucklehead he was?
Really?
Freeing him after 3 months behind bars.
Really?
Now, this guy, he had been serving more than 7 years. Wire fraud, aggravated identity theft. He just made stuff up about who he was his education, and he got into Congress, for heaven's sakes.
He was one of the people that both Republicans and Democrats could say, this guy needs to go, and he needs to go to jail.
Yes. Well, he did go to jail for 3 short months. Anyway, identity theft was another deal. Anyway, he was at a federal facility in Fairton, New York, and Trump claims Santos had been horribly mistreated in solitary confinement and should be released immediately. Well, maybe they don't want to horribly mistreat him. I'm not asking for that. But I think they need to set a precedent. He needs to go to jail. Just a liar.
Did he convince Trump that he was a relative?
I don't know. I don't know how that happened. But that doesn't seem like something that President Trump ought to spend his time doing.
No, that guy needs to go to jail.
Yeah, I think, well, he was.
Or stay in jail.
But yeah, stay in jail. All right, if you have any ready-to-eat breakfast burritos and wraps in your fridge or freezer.
We just finished eating them.
Oh boy, 90,000 pounds of them have been recalled due to possible listeria contamination in the eggs that they used. So if you ate them over the weekend, chances are you're okay because you're still here. Food Safety and Inspection Service announced the recall Saturday after the company reported a positive listeria test from an outside supplier. No illnesses have yet been reported. MCI Foods Incorporated. So if you have that on a label,
toss it.
Maybe. I guess it's not worth the risk. Spanish authorities. Boy, a couple of heists over the weekend. Spanish authorities are investigating the disappearance of Pablo Picasso's 1919 work Still Life with Guitar, valued at more than $650,000. The small painting vanished while being transported from Madrid to a cultural center for an exhibition. Investigators say that the van carrying 57 works of art made a suspicious, unscheduled overnight stop.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. And I don't know if you saw this over the weekend. Thieves carried out a very bold daytime robbery at the Louvre.
I found out about
Paris.
that late last night.
Yes.
I'm just like, wait, what?
At the Louvre during the day, stealing priceless jewels, and they did it with just minutes. So clearly this was articulately planned. Officials say the group used a basket lift to reach a window on the Seine-facing side, forced entry, and smashed 2 display cases in what the culture minister described as a 4-minute operation from start to finish. The theft took place in the Apollon Gallery, just 250 meters from the Mona Lisa, and targeted France's royal collection, and I think it was all jewels. Interior Minister said the suspects fled on scooters. This sounds like a movie I've watched.
Sounds like the Thomas Crown Affair.
Yeah, it does. Among the stolen items were 2 imperial crowns, including one belonging to Empress Eugenie. 1 crown set with emeralds was later found broken outside. Police closed the museum for the day and launched a forensic investigation. I think that is still closed. So if you are
head to Louvre
you were
today.
going to Paris to go to the Louvre, you might have to find something else to do today. Okay, people behaving badly everywhere. Here's a shopping line argument at Marshall's store in New Jersey. Ended in a stabbing. So authorities report that a 25-year-old person became upset Saturday when she thought another customer was moving too slowly in the checkout line. Police say this woman threatened the other woman and later found her outside in the parking lot. Investigators say she bought a set of knives, removed one from the package, and chased the victim.
Well, you got to test out the knives.
And stabbed her several times. The victim was taken to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, thank heaven. Officers found this woman hiding in a store bathroom with a bloody knife on a baby changing station. She faces assault and weapons charges, and she sounds a bit like a crazy, don't you think?
Yeah, because, I mean, if you're in a hurry, you may as well take some time to stab somebody so you get arrested.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable. Yeah, it just crazy stuff. Well, when we come back, we'll talk about a California man who was arrested in an elaborate operation, a Lego theft ring.
Uh-oh.
I don't know why you got to steal Legos, but also a Florida man stole a car, but he returned it pretty quickly, and we'll tell you why. And there is a guy that has set a new record as the oldest daytime Emmy winner at age 99. So we'll tell you about all those things, and we'll talk with Mary at the American Legion, all coming up on Morning Talk.
Back with more Morning Talk with Mary Dolan and Dave Bishop. Brought to you by Pioneer Care and Fergus Falls Monument Company. After the markets on News Talk 1250 KBRF. Depend on it.
News Talk 1250 KBRF wants to honor our heroes who served and are serving our great country. It's the Veterans Day Salute presented by Fergus Monument Company, and we'd love for you to help us say thanks. Just head to the Fergus Now app or our Facebook page. Click the link and fill out the form to nominate your friend or family member who proudly served, or text the word VETS to 218-321-1926, and we'll send you the link so you can nominate your hero for the Veterans Day Salute with News Talk 1250 KBRF.
KBRF presents Where to Eat, the culinary adventure sponsored by Dandelion and Burdock and Service Food in Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Zach Daniels.
And I'm Dave Bishop, your guides to the region's culinary treasures.
Join us as we explore various restaurants, uncover delicious meals, and highlight each restaurant's signature dish.
Experience diverse cuisine types, unique atmospheres, and must-try dishes. Check it out on KBRFradio.com and the Fergus Now app.
New episodes air every first Friday of the month. Where to Eat, powered by Dandelion and Burdock and Service Food of Fergus Falls.
Minnesota News Network, I'm Brent Palm. The Vikings are 3-3 following a 28-22 loss to the 5-2 Eagles Sunday at US Bank Stadium. Carson Wentz threw for 313 yards, but 2 interceptions, one of which was returned for a touchdown. Head coach Kevin O'Connell says his team made plays but could not capitalize.
It didn't really feel like we played a very complimentary football game. On one side, stopping the run and getting them off the field, we were able to move the ball and possess the football quite a bit, but not get 7 in the red zone when we got down there.
Jordan Mason scored Minnesota's lone touchdown on a 1-yard run. The St. Cloud Police Department says Officer Ryan Ebert died from injuries suffered in a crash last Monday in Apple Valley. 44-year-old Ebert was off duty when his pickup collided with a transit bus and struck a cable barrier. And the Minnesota and Wisconsin Departments of Transportation are hosting a public meeting this evening on the Blotnick Bridge project. This is MNN.
Help DEA keep our communities safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, October 25th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
For 75 years, the Muscular Dystrophy Association's voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
For 75 years, we've willed the impossible into existence.
For 75 years, the MDA community has pushed the science,
shifted the narrative,
and established the field of neuromuscular medicine.
And until that day, when this is all a thing of the past,
you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
Previously on the Under the Hood Show. When I was a kid, I had a chance to get a chemistry set.
I got
Only
the chemistry
known.
set, and I started experimenting with the baking soda and the vinegar thing, and how cool that was. And, of course, I had to overdo it like I do everything. And I got it on a little bigger level, and I got in a lot of trouble, and we had to buy new carpet for the living room. It was not good.
You should listen to the Nordstrom's Under the Hood Show with the Motor Medics right here, KBRF, 1250 a.m., every Saturday at 10 a.m.
This is Craig Olson. Join me every Saturday morning at 8 for the Coaches Show, presented by the Viking Cafe on News Talk 1250 KBRF. Football, basketball, soccer, hockey, volleyball, swimming, cross country. I interview area coaches to discuss the season, recap the last game, and preview upcoming games. Catch the live show at 8 on Saturday morning on News Talk 1250 KBRF and the live stream and archived shows at KBRFradio.com. Just click on Sports Streaming. The Coaches Show, presented by the Viking Cafe.
Get the latest in ag information and market updates with the Red River Farm Network. Monday through Friday, News Talk 1250 AM KBRF. Depend on it.
Good morning. morning. Market update time here on the Red River Farm Network. I'm Tyler Donaldson. Grains markets starting out the week's trade a bit mixed in wheat, corn slightly lower, soybeans still up 8.5 to 9 cents. So Everag market analyst John Barr says grains trading off of technicals to start out the week's trade.
Not a whole lot of new information as we continue through this government shutdown. Lack of domestic information is hard to come by for this market, and so we're probably seeing a lot of technical trade here, and we're up pushing against a lot of moving averages in this 10.25, 10.28 range of soybeans. So, a lot of basis contracts this time of year with harvest, looking to get a lot of those priced here in that area. And so we have seen carry stick very well into the soybean markets. So selling out into March and May has been very appealing in this bean market as well.
Cattle markets trading mixed to start the week out as well.
So Friday we saw down limit in the feeder market, which came maybe as a little bit of a surprise, as that market has continued to be up and up here. But yes, that Argentina was definitely the big headline that caused that, and tried to bounce back a little bit at the open this morning here, but now turned red as we get towards after this 9 o'clock hour here. So I think continue to keep an eye on that. Right now it is more so talk, which is still moving the market obviously, but I don't know if it's a huge impact until we actually take action.
You are listening to the Red River Farm Network.
Hey North Dakota, this is Nick Tollefson, your local seed pro in Southeast North Dakota. Channel seed pros like me always show up for our farmers come harvest time, so it's no surprise that some impressive performances are showing up too. Regional conditions play a huge role in performance, and this season we've had pretty good growing conditions. We were a little bit wet early in the growing season, which I think hurt the beans a little worse than the corn. That said, it was a pretty good year. Channel products have shown strong performance and exciting yield potential, helping growers overcome challenges like corn rootworm and Gossis wilt. Our corn has stood out this season. We've seen great performance from channel products like 193.42, 195.15, 199.45, and 200.23. Even with conditions for late season diseases, our corn portfolio continues to deliver outstanding results. Visit channel.com/yield to see harvest results showing up in your neck of the woods. Read and follow pesticide label directions, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
Harvest Hotline brings you daily updates with farmers, custom harvesters, elevator managers, and more. Get the latest on harvest progress, yields, and what's happening in the field. Harvest Hotline can be heard weekdays at 12:37 during Agriculture Today. Harvest Hotline brought to you by Ag Country Farm Credit Services, Amity Technology, North Dakota Mill, and U.S. Custom Harvesters. We're the Red River Farm Network, reporting agriculture's business.
Thanks to the American farmer for putting food on the plate, clothes on our back, and fuel in our tank. Your work is measured in acres, not hours. The Red River Farm Network is here to deliver farm news, markets, and weather information to the best farmers in the business. From Rugby to Benson and Roseau to Aberdeen, the Red River Farm Network covers agriculture. Go online to rrfn.com to find your local Red River Farm Network radio station. Podcasts are also available online at rrfn.com, iTunes, Google Play, and Spotify.
Checking quotes, December wheat Minneapolis is a penny and a quarter higher to 5.49 3/4. December wheat Chicago is down 1 penny to 5.02 3/4. KC December hard red winter wheat's down 2 cents at 4.89 1/2. December corn 2 1/4 lower to 4.20 1/4. November soybeans up 8 cents right now at 10.27 1/2. November canola in Winnipeg's $1.80 per metric ton higher to 6.18 Canadian. October live cattle are up 32 cents, 240.57. October feeders are $1.07 lower to 370.87. December hogs are up 25 cents to 82.62. You are listening to the Red River Farm Network.
The 4 letters that define winning. N-D-S-U.
Fires end zone, touchdown!
The 18th time national champs play here.
The dynasty has come back
Join us this Saturday as the Bison take on the South Dakota State Jackrabbits in Brookings. Our coverage begins at 6 on your home for Bison football. The Pioneer Seeds Bison Sports Network from Learfield.
What's the Ox say?
Today on Hot Talk with the Ox. Right away, hear how the Hate America rallies by Democrat terrorists, No Kings rallies went over the weekend. Also, are you noticing the government shutdown? Oh, and how about them bikes? Hear about the Ox in D.C. tomorrow and Wednesday, too. The final Ox Across America 2025 event. But it's Steve the Got in for the Ox, so he'll see you for Hot Talk with the Ox from 2 to 5 on KBRF.
What's the Ox say?
I'm Jessica at the Fergus Falls Monument Company. I'm the first person you see when you come through the door, and I also talk to customers every day on the phone. Many of them find choosing a memorial ahead of time is convenient and works best when there is time to plan and think about it. Planning ahead not only gets you the everlasting memorial of your choice, it also helps your family through the grieving process. At Fergus Falls Monument, we can help you plan ahead and choose a memorial made right here locally. Call or stop in or visit us online at foreverstonememorials.com.
Community is important, and you'll find it at Pioneer Point. Spacious apartments, thoughtfully designed for older adults, provide the best in senior living. Heated parking and elevator access makes life easy. Your neighbors at Pioneer Point hold a welcoming, family-like approach to living. Choosing from an array of special features and options, you'll find many ways to define your lifestyle at Pioneer Point. Call or schedule your tour online today at pioneercare.org.
News Talk 1250 KBRF. Listen anytime, any place with the Fergus Now app on your phone. Up next, one of my favorite segments. It's now time for Two Marys and a Dave.
And we say good morning to Mary at the American Legion. Good morning. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday to you guys. How's everything going today?
Well, good, for a start of the week. And it looks like we have a couple of not so great, nice days coming up where we're going to, need some good hearty food, and we can count on you for that. And then as we head toward the weekend, it looks like really nice fall weather when those soups and stews and your burgers and ribs and all that stuff will taste especially good. So we're looking forward to you doing the cooking this Wednesday through Saturday.
Well, we'd be happy to do that for you. We're open Wednesday through Saturday. The dining is from 3 until 8 each day, Wednesday through Saturday, and carryout starts at 11 and goes until 8 on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and from 4 till 8, or 3 to 8 rather, on Saturday. So you can join us all 4 days, both lunch and supper if you want, and we'd be happy to feed you.
All right, that sounds great. Well, there's always something good cooking out there, and of course, everyone's on the edge of their seat every Monday morning here to hear what the Wednesday special is going to be.
On the edge of their seat.
Yeah,
okay,
yep,
good.
I am right at the edge.
Well, we're doing some rib sandwiches and cheesy potatoes for a couple of larger catering events on Wednesday. So we're going to have that for a special here, and we're going to pair that with some fruit. So, and of course a treat. So rib sandwich, cheesy potatoes, some fresh fruit, the last of the season probably, and a treat.
Okay, boy, that is top of the heap in terms of Wednesday specials. I
love the cheesy potatoes.
I know, those are just.
I think
the
that's
best.
Everyone's favorite.
I think it is too. Well, God bless whoever you're doing the catering for, so that we get everyone's favorite meal on Wednesday. So rib sandwich and cheesy potatoes, and of course some fresh fruit and a treat. Sounds great. And of course we've got not so long left in October, which is unbelievable. But we've got some time to take advantage of. You've got some really great dessert features.
We do. They've been selling very, very well. We have an apple spice cake with walnuts. We have a pumpkin layer cheesecake and a cookies and cream ice cream dessert. So kind of fall in theme, but they've been selling really well and are very tasty. So come and enjoy in the next couple of weeks, and then we'll find some new things for November.
Okay. Well, it all sounds good to me. And of course, all your desserts are up for grabs, and not just those that you just mentioned, but you've got such a you've got such a huge dessert menu.
We do, but they just sell so well. The carrot cake and German chocolate cake they're just something we bake almost every day, so they just sell like crazy. So we're happy to keep baking them as long as people keep buying them.
Absolutely, and as long as you keep making them homemade and all that great food. Do you have soup this time of year?
We sure do. I guess I'm not sure what we're making.
Not sure what you're going to do. You got a couple of days, so.
I think that we'll probably make it be beer cheese.
Oh, that sounds really good. Okay, so this kind of feels like soup weather. In fact, over the weekend, I was perusing through recipes, and I was looking through soup recipes specifically, and boy, there's some good ones out there.
There are good soup recipes out
Yeah, but it's a whole bunch easier if you make it instead of me. And
We'll
I
do
know
that for you.
And I know it's going to be good too. So, Mary, what's the number to call if we'd like to, get signed up and tell you, hey, we'd like to be on the schedule for a Wednesday special, or maybe you've got a question, or maybe you've got a catering question. What's the best number for us to reach you?
Sure, just give us a call at 739-4633 and we'll help you out.
All right. Well, Mary, you have a great week. We'll talk again next week.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Mary from the American Legion, our guest and sponsor on the show. So whoever out there is having them cater rib sandwiches and cheesy potatoes, thank you, because now that becomes the Wednesday special.
I love the cheesy potatoes.
I think I think she would tell you far and away that's the favorite Wednesday special. So that sounds pretty darn good to me. Cheesy potatoes, I could make a meal out of that. All right, let's see what I was going to tell you about. Oh, how about the guy who was arrested in an elaborate Lego theft ring?
They built the case one brick at a time.
For as expensive as they are, maybe there is a reason for that. Santa Rosa police have arrested 39-year-old Robert Lopez in connection with an organized Lego theft operation. It almost sounds like a joke, doesn't it? It sounds funny. But officers recovered tens of thousands of stolen Lego pieces and unopened sets worth more than $6,000 from his residence. The New York Times' Jin Yu Young described the scene as resembling a Lego crime scene with plastic figurines everywhere, their heads removed from their bodies and organized in neat rows by facial expression. Authorities say Lopez allegedly directed accomplices to steal Lego sets from retailers, including Target and Walmart. He then repackaged and resold the pieces online at inflated prices. Lopez now faces charges of organized retail theft and conspiracy to commit a felony, carrying a potential 3-year prison sentence. Industry experts note limited edition Lego sets can sell for thousands on the secondary market.
Wow.
So I guess Legos are a big deal.
Well, I mean, arranging all the heads in...
That's pretty weird.
That's serial killer territory.
Kind of weird, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be kind of scared about him. Okay, so now the story about the Florida man that stole a car and returned it, and we're about to tell you why. He's facing charges. He stole a car at a gas station and then quickly returned it because he realized there was a child inside.
Well, at least he returned it.
Yeah. Report this 53-year-old William Mullis drove off in the vehicle while the owner was inside. Okay, does a vehicle owner really leave a kid in the car?
In Florida.
And go inside? Oh, gosh. You're kind of asking for it. Anyway, surveillance video shows Mullis reversing back moments later as the child's mother ran to the car. He then fled on foot, but he was later arrested. He remains in jail without bond and is scheduled to appear before a judge in November. Florida law prohibits leaving a child under 6 unattended in a vehicle for more than 15 minutes, or at all, for heaven's sakes. Sheriff's Office spokesman Todd Goodyear said the case highlights how quickly situations involving kids in cars can turn very dangerous.
Yep.
I don't leave my car unlocked even to go into the store, much less running with my child inside.
Child and keys.
Wow, that is bold. And then, this is kind of a cool story. His name is David Attenborough. You've probably seen him, or probably a video or something of him. He made history at the 52nd Annual Daytime Emmy Awards last Friday, becoming the oldest winner at age 99, and he's still at it. He's a legendary British naturalist. He'd earned Outstanding Daytime Personality for Netflix's Secret Lives of Orangutans. Attleboro surpassed Dick Van Dyke, who held the previous record at 98 after winning last year for his Days of Our Lives appearance on Peacock. Attleboro turns 100 next May. Netflix's orangutan documentary won 3 total awards, including Directing Team for Single-Camera Daytime Nonfiction Program. The renowned broadcaster defeated nominees including Anthony Mackie for Shark Beach and Martha Stewart for Martha Gardens. He began his career in the 1954's Zoo Quest and has narrated many acclaimed series, including Planet Earth, Blue Planet, and The Green Planet. But age 90, about to turn 100, and he's still at it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We could all, wouldn't that be nice if we were still
doing voiceovers?
Doing what you love to do and able to do it at age 99. Okay, exercise is the next topic of conversation. So I get out there and walk in the mornings. We walk about, 2.5 miles or something like that in the morning. But maybe I ought to start doing it this way. Experts recommend adding backward walking to your exercise routines. Have you ever seen people walk backwards on the treadmill? I think it looks super dangerous. I would fall down.
I think they look like they're just trying to show off. They're overachievers.
Well, either that or it just plain looks ridiculous. But I think if I were to try backward walking, I would try it at my own pace, maybe on an off-road someplace where nobody was watching.
I wouldn't do it on a road.
Where would you do it?
Well, like you said, kind of like on a sidewalk or something. But I mean, even that's not even. I mean,
true.
Go to the Y and go around the track that way.
Yeah, I would feel stupid doing that.
Just say, hey, I was told that this could help.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Tomorrow morning, I'm going to, and we probably shouldn't, because not only is it uneven, but it's jet black dark. So maybe that's not the best idea to go backward. No. And we need our headlight that we have on, So maybe morning walking isn't a good time to try it, but
or alternate.
I guess.
Because I mean, one could walk forward, one can walk backwards.
That's true. Anyway, they say that they have studied movement mechanics and injury prevention, and they say reverse walking increases hamstring flexibility and strengthens underused muscles, and it also challenges your mind. I wouldn't have thought of that, but you do have to do some thinking if you're going to go backwards.
Yeah, and I mean, it's unused muscles because, I mean, how often do you walk backwards?
Yeah, you don't. I think that's a good idea. One of us is going to aim forward and the other one's going to walk backwards, and then we'll switch. She'll think I'm absolutely crazy when I suggest this tomorrow morning.
Yeah, you'll just say, hey, I read a study.
At 5:45, yeah.
And you work in radio, the amount of studies we've read over the years.
Yeah. A 2011 study found backward walkers use 40% more energy than forward walkers at identical speeds, potentially aiding fat loss. Well, there's another good reason to give it a spin, huh? Anyway, they suggest starting with a 1-minute segment during a 10-minute walk. So if you walk for 10 minutes, turn around, walk backwards for a minute.
So 10% of the time.
Yeah. At first, you start really, really slowly because there is a balance accommodation there. And you kind of have to retrain your brain, they said, to make it feel like it's kind of normal. You're learning a new skill. The technique isn't unnatural. Elite athletes in basketball, soccer, and football regularly use backward movement.
I was going to say, I remember in soccer practice, we ran backward a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I might have to give that a try, even if it's just for a little bit until I trip and fall down, and then I'll get back up, and then I'll tell you about it tomorrow morning, okay?
Yeah, because we used to, run forward to a cone, run backwards to the next cone, run forward to the cone, run backwards. We did that a lot.
Well, now you know why. You were training your brain, retraining your brain, and if you get a little more exercise, and, anytime you keep keep flexible muscles that you rarely use, that's kind of a good deal. And what did it said something about
fat loss?
Fat loss, but it also said the flexibility strengthens underused muscles, but it mentioned one in particular.
Your gluteus maximus.
Yeah. I don't know what it was. But anyway, I thought, well, maybe.
Well, hamstrings.
Hamstrings, that's what it was, hamstring. And, if you can if you have a hamstring injury, that is really, really painful.
Yeah.
So if you can keep those stretched. How about this one? I don't know how they would know this, and I don't know why it would be. Americans who move away from their birth states may stay healthier in later life. What difference would that make?
I'm kind of screwed because I live like 4 blocks away from where I was born.
Yeah, well, I've always lived here too, so you and I are in deep trouble, I guess. Researchers reported in the Journal of Ethnic and Minority Studies that older adults who stayed in their birth state had higher odds of disability than those who moved. How could those even go together? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like people dream this during the night and then they get up in the morning and type it on paper and then we read it. Doesn't that sound ridiculous?
So you're saying as I get older I need to move to North Dakota?
Yeah, oh boy.
Well, then I wouldn't have to worry about being a proper driver.
Well, true. It would cost you less to live there too. And you wouldn't have our governor.
Well, I'd like to think when I get older we won't have him anymore.
Well, I don't know. I'm just scared it could be worse. And, oh boy, that's saying something, huh? Anyway, there we go. I had, there's a couple of trivia questions in here.
Oh, I love the trivia questions.
If you're up for one of those.
Yes.
2 of those, in fact.
Flip the camera over to me.
Okay. What literary work inspired the group Don't Stand So Close to Me song? What literary work? So what book, basically?
I don't know. I thought that was...
I have never heard this.
The odd thing is, and it kind of is creepy when you think about the lyrics of that song, is Sting used to be a teacher of like middle school girls. And so you listen to the lyrics of that song, you're just like...
It's pretty creepy. I agree.
Yeah. I don't know.
Lolita.
I've
heard of it. I don't know anything about it.
Never read it.
No, me neither. Okay, this one might be a little easier. Where was the very first Hard Rock Cafe? I'm going to give you. Do you want a hint?
No, I'm between 2, and I'm going to say L.A.
Okay, I'm going to give you a hint, and then you try again. Not in this country.
Oh, then London?
Yeah.
Really?
Piccadilly, London. So there you go.
Piccadilly Plaza.
Yeah, so see, I knew that if I gave you just a little bit of a hint, you'd get
those
that
were tough ones.
Those were tough ones. Lolita, I don't know anything about that book, so... but anyway, Hard Rock Cafe. I was gonna guess New York, and then
I was between New York and L.A., and that's why I said it's between 2, and so I went with L.A.
Well, London was a great second guess.
Well, when you said it's not in this country.
Yeah, but there could have been a lot of different places.
Yeah.
I mean, Hard Rock Cafes are all over the world. Let's see. The Black Phone 2 led the weekend box office with $26.5 million.
I've never even heard of it.
Have you even heard of it? Me neither. I
other
read
movies?
this stuff. Let's see. Tron.
Okay, I've heard of Tron.
Secured second place. Let's see. Good Fortune debuted in third place. Never heard of it.
I've seen photos of it because it's got like Keanu Reeves as an angel or something like that.
Seth Rogen. Keanu Reeves is in there as well.
I mean, I've just seen like a still of it. That's it.
One Battle After Another. Also, have never heard of it. Claimed 4th position.
I thought that was just on Netflix.
Yeah, this says box office. And Roof Man, starring Channing Tatum and Kirsten Dunst, rounded out the top 5. So of those top 5, I've never heard of any of them.
I've heard of, Tron Aftermath or whatever version of Tron. I've seen commercials for that. I've seen a still photo, the one with the Seth Rogen and Keanu Reeves in. And then what were the other 2?
Good Fortune, is that the one?
That was Good Fortune,
Keanu Reeves. Yep. One Battle After Another and Roofman.
I've heard about One Battle After Another because it's got Leonardo DiCaprio in it, and
There's some big names in these, but
and they were on some show talking about it, and then Roofman, I've seen commercials for it. Apparently, the guy lived in like a Toys R Us for like a year.
Oh gosh!
And was robbing banks.
Oh boy!
That's literally all I know about it.
Well, that sounds like a great way to make a living, right?
As one does.
Oh boy! All right. Well, sneaking up on 10 o'clock, that's already going to wrap up a Monday. So you're on to your work week, and we've got cheesy potatoes and rib sandwiches to look forward to on Wednesday. Yeah. All right. So our show today and every day brought to us by Pioneer Care and by Fergus Monument Company. Have a great day.